Here we go.
Ambulance, what's the address of the emergency?
This emergency.
Go ahead, caller.
Almost every second
Please.
Listen carefully, I'm going to tell you how to do resuscitation.
of every single day,
I'm just so scared.
All right, come on, calm down.
someone somewhere
I need you to look at her vagina very carefully.
You are?
dials 999.
It's a hell of a responsibility.
He's got knives in his back.
Just tell them in the background to calm down for me.
Yeah, but the chance said shut up.
But what makes an emergency?
It's a bit embarrassing. I've just been having sex and something's just snapped.
The definition keeps broadening.
Car's on fire. Again.
We see a different side because no one really calls us if they're happy.
Do you want some water? Quick, quick! Get around here, sort it out!
We follow the calls
You need to put me up. He's going to kill me.
as they are passed to police and paramedics
We're coming on an emergency response.
right across Cheshire.
Just want to make sure you're all right.
There's nothing wrong.
A county with a growing divide between the haves
You play football for Wrexham.
and the have-nots is plain to see.
You're taking the word of a rich man over the word of a poor man.
This is life through the eyes of those we rely on to protect us from each other
It's almost become some kind of Mad Max kind of society.
and from ourselves.
Pull your pants up and stop acting like a child. Sit down.
I wish I could take it all back, but I can't. I wouldn't turn my back on someone when they want help.
You know I'm here to help, don't you?
Across the country,
I'm fighting. Calm down.
immigration has hit an all-time high.
Bloody hell's more in here.
It's 5 rooms, 10 persons. In every room, two person.
And racially aggravated attacks
She been had to push, and after someone been.
Oh, they punch you as well?
Yes.
have jumped by 20%.
I said, he's got a gun. Get in the goddamn van now.
With nearly 400 legal immigrants
I'm from Poland and she told me I should off to my country, so could you help me please?
Of course, where are you?
and a growing but unknown number of illegal immigrants
You speak English?
now arriving in Cheshire every month. It's the emergency services who must try and keep the peace.
I think it's come to a point now, you've just got that many people coming in and it's basically on the verge of it's just going to explode.
Good evening, Cheshire Police, how can I help?
I would like to report a hate crime on behalf of my friends. You don't speak very good English.
A decade ago, 98% of Cheshire's residents spoke English as a first language.
Is she awake?
No, it's my child. He speaks my child.
Okay, what language do you speak?
Tigrinya.
But after 10 years of immigration, there are now a significant number who can't speak it at all,
Welcome to Language Line Solutions.
leaving the county's call handlers
Please hold for an operator.
lost in translation.
Hello, police.
No speaking English.
Okay, do you need the police?
No speaking English.
Okay, what's your address?
No speaking English.
Is there anybody else there with you?
No problem, okay? No problem.
You have no problem?
No problem.
All right, thank you. Bye now. It's stressful because it could be a life or death emergency. No problem. You don't know. It could be like the neighbour's cats just walked across their garden, or it could be a life or death emergency, and we have to deal with that.
My home is into the thief.
You think somebody's broken into your house?
Yeah.
Right, if you will leave everything as you found it, where you think the intruders have been. The thief.
Sorry, can you say it again? Sorry.
Right. The world is changing. I mean, I grew up in the 50s and 60s, and things have changed an awful lot. You know, there's so many different cultures all living together. And if we are living together, then we should get to know a little bit more about each other.
Police emergency.
Fight.
There's a fight.
Yeah, fight.
How many people are fighting?
Like 5.
Any weapons?
I think yeah.
And what's your name?
I don't know how to spell because I don't speak very good English.
Far right hand corner.
Yes, mate.
It's shortly before 10 p.m. on Monday evening, and PC Greg Greaves and 2 other patrols have been dispatched to the address where the fight is taking place.
But everything is calm now? Yes.
They need to establish precisely who has been hit and by whom.
Have you got any identification, passport?
Bloody hell's more in here.
Every room, 1, 2, 3, 4 person.
Yeah. Bulgarian, Romanian and Latvian.
You go to an address and control room can't get a great deal of information out of them at during the phone call. Then you're trying to sort of work out who's who and what's happened.
Who's hit you? Which one?
This big. Yes, this big. Must stay here.
What's his name?
In Crewe, flats full of migrant workers, living many to a room, are now commonplace.
Okay, so you 2 live here, you 2 are guests.
No, me and him, I don't live here.
You don't live here, you 2, right.
How many people live here?
Too many. Lots.
5 rooms, 10 persons. In every room, two person.
There might even be one in this cupboard. If you look in here, it looks like someone might even be living in here. Look at this.
Multiple occupancy properties make life cheaper for them. They'll all live in one house so that they can obviously afford to live in this country.
Let's have a look at your head. You hit your head on something when you've been hit?
Yes.
What did you hit your head on? Bang, head on something.
On this outside.
Radiator?
Yes.
Ai zis cum te-a dat capăt, niciun calorifer. Dar cu ce ți-a dat la oi? Cu pumnul mă cu strigă, nu știu aveam. De ce n-ai strigat la mine?
Have any of you seen it happen? You've seen it?
That guy from Romania.
Okay.
Come fight this guy.
Okay.
I don't know why. Man, I was in the toilet when I come back. That guy fight this one. Man, I say, what's happened with you? Who are you? Fight this one.
Right. You come down and wait for ambulance outside. They'll be here in a minute. Bring your wife with you.
Am avut un văr care lucrează aici la o spălătorie și ne-a luat lângă el. Ce să spunem, prima dată ne-a fost greu, că la început 2, 3, 4 luni de zile până ne-am acomodat, până am strâns niște bănișori.
What did you know about the UK before you arrived?
Normal, se câștigă mai bine ca la noi în țară.
Că se găsește locul.
What's the difference in how much money you would be making?
5 zile în Anglia, o lună în România. Nu cam grea că trebuia să fim amândoi să ne facem un viitor în țara nostru, să nu depindem de nimeni.
And what kind of future would you like?
Să ne facem căsuța noastră, să avem mașina noastră, copiii noștri, ca toată lumea.
He's under arrest for assault.
Yo.
Okay. So you'll come with us.
For how long? For how long?
He's going to be interviewed over what's happened. So they'll ask him what's happened. We'll ask him.
For how long is it going to be like that?
A few hours.
Because tomorrow means work.
That's fine. Could be back by then. Yeah, it's quite early, isn't it?
No. You Romanian? No, from Latvia.
Do you hope to make British friends while you're living here?
Să ne facem rostul nostru, nu să ieșim afară, să ieșim la
Dacă ieși
cluburi,
afară,
să cheltuim bani. Părerea mea. Acum depinde de fiecare de ce au plecat de acasă.
Could you just write it on here for me, your name?
My name?
Write your name down again for me, yeah, just so it's all in one place so we don't have to keep swapping.
Pentru că am venit să muncim, n-am venit să ne distrăm.
If you go with my colleague, he'll take you to hospital and we'll give you a ring tomorrow for a statement. Okay? Champion. Yeah. His car's just round the corner.
People complaining, oh, they're taking our jobs. That's not the case, is it? If nobody's going to do the jobs that they're doing, that's their own choice. You can't complain that they're stealing your jobs because they're not. They're doing jobs that are there for everybody. I want to curl up and die in my bed. Die in my bed.
In the last 3 years, more than 12,000 foreigners have moved to Cheshire.
Bravo Romeo 217, what was last? I'm just on Flag Lane.
Yeah, we've had a male de-tagging items and being aggressive in Asda in Crewe. He's now making his way down West Street with a female.
Yeah, received.
They followed them off the property, they can't cross over the road.
But not all of these immigrants have come here to work for their money.
I think they're on the front side of the Meriden Centre.
The Meriden Centre.
Darling Juliet, 26.
Bravo Zulu, they're just coming up to the corner of the building with the slip road. They're running.
Hello.
Start making police Hello.
Hey, run.
This is
Get
my
your hands
husband.
away. Get your hands away.
This is my husband.
There he is. Get your hands away from me.
This is my girlfriend.
Nina, that's
I've got the
This is my girlfriend. You should have seen her. Don't pitch it.
of another patrol,
Czak
Roberts
to
Court,
oni,
just off
nie?
Heritage Street.
Dobra, możemy...
No.
Car, my car.
No.
Fucking hell.
This is my
Don't
girlfriend.
I don't care. I don't care what you're doing.
Are you racist? Are you racist? You racist?
Well, you're running off, so I'm trying to establish what's going on.
No. Shopping.
No.
Shopping.
No.
Go from shopping.
Trying to steal from Asda.
I can only assume that what they think is, oh, if I say this, the police will be like, oh, scared that we're going to obviously make a complaint or something like that and get into trouble, or I don't really know. It's another defence mechanism of thinking, oh, well, if I say the racist, they might just let me go.
Move away now!
My girlfriend.
Fucking
So rubbish. Val.
Move away now!
Hello.
Hey.
Get your fucking hands off me!
Hey.
Touch me again and you'll be locked up as well.
That's you. That's you. Don't you touch. Don't you touch. Hey. No, boy.
Send my pussy.
Can I have another patrol ASAP, please?
Hey, people there.
It's water off a duck's back, the amount of names you can get called. I used to have like a little list of all the words. You'd like get called something and then you'd like Google translate it and you'd find out what they were saying.
Move away now! I've told you 3 times! Move away! Simple! Walk away now!
No! Why?
Because you've already hit me once, you don't want to hit me again. Now fucking move over there.
Fucking Greg never presses his emergency button.
PC Charlotte Wilson and Bryony Hancock are the first to respond to PC Greaves' call for backup.
Hey, stop it! Stop it!
Now get back now!
Nie muszę dychać. Aje! Kila zadusiła!
Yeah, mate. Is she coming in?
No,
Tell you what, I'll hold your bag.
I'm shopping from Asda. I'm racist. SBS. I'm fighting.
Right, okay, so you're under arrest on suspicion of theft. You can't say anything, but I am defence, we didn't mention in question, something which later on in court.
Right, at the minute you're under arrest on suspicion of shoplifting and assault police officer.
UK citizens, we've got a proportion of bad people that make a living through crime. And other nationalities are exactly the same. Unfortunately for the police, we mostly deal with that side of that nationality.
Sit down.
Basically, Asda security staff have rumbled him de-tagging stuff. Right. So he's kicked off with them, and then he's gone off down West Street, and it's all just gone into one big royal rumble in the street.
Right. How good's your English? So. Can you give me your name and date of birth?
Okay.
think is it Polish?
No,
Slovakian.
Cheshire police now arrest so many non-English speakers that they can call on interpreters for more than 25 languages.
I came here when I was 19. I chose to be as an au pair for a family with 2 children. And I came here with the idea to learn the language and then go back home and get a better paid job. And whilst the kids were at school, I enrolled myself and started doing the English courses, and then gradually my language improved, and I've been here for 17 years now, even though that I only came here for a year.
Right, because you've been arrested for what we call a recordable offence, we need to take your fingerprints, your photograph, your DNA.
That has been done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we have to do it every time you come in. Okay, and your fingerprints will be retained.
In Slovakia, these are the lesser crimes whereby you are fined on the spot. But when people come to the custody, they are very confused why they ended up there, because they keep saying to me, well, it's not like I murdered anyone, because they think that these are such a small crimes that you are not supposed to end up at the police station.
Okay.
Peter, explain to me what's happened whilst you've been in Asda in relation to the security guards.
Jak to mám povedať? Počas nakupovania nás zastavil a mi vyberal z
whilst shopping, he started taking out goods from my basket. He took out a bottle of Jack Daniels and the rest of the shopping, and he asked us to stay there, that he's gonna call the police.
Musím povedať, že nech mi dá pokoj, či je rasista alebo fašista.
And I told him to leave me alone, whether he's a fascist or racist.
Did you cut or try to saw off the security label on the whiskey bottle?
Snažili ste sa roztrhnúť alebo nejakým spôsobom odrezať tento krúžok bezpečnosti?
Nie je pravda.
No, that's not true.
Just to confirm, that's you at 13:52.
Môžete mi potvrdiť, že ste to vy o 13:52 minúte?
Can you talk me through what you're doing there? What looks like a sawing motion with your right arm? What are you doing there?
What are you doing there?
Ja aj ti nie som vysvetlila, že 30 libry stojí fľaška, že si ju kúpime na Vianoce.
Well, I was explaining to Tina that this bottle costs £35 and that we're gonna buy it for Christmas.
What's your arm doing though?
A tá ruka čo robí?
Your right arm.
Teraz si som fľašku odvíjal do toho, alebo ja neviem.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was just lifting a bottle.
Tá fľaška je celá, nič som stále nezobral.
The bottle is whole. I didn't take anything.
So why does your right arm, keep going backwards and forwards? We'll count how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Watch Peter's arm.
Pozerajte sa na Petrovu ruku.
What's he doing?
Čo robí?
Operoval si zips.
He was
zip sa mu zasekol do opasku, do toho zeleného, čo tu mám.
The zip got caught in the belt.
A operoval si celý čas. Toto ja som mu držala košík, on nič nerobil.
He had his belt here, which doesn't work very well. He's got it here as well. And I was holding his basket. He didn't do anything.
Just to clarify.
Len aby sme si to objasnili.
Áno.
He's keeping his trousers up, basically.
Tak si napravoval nohavice hore. I do have to admit that sometimes there is a smirk on my face because I'm actually the first person to hear the answer to the question.
No, nekradli sme, určite, že ne.
We didn't steal, of course we didn't.
Why did you run from the police?
Som sa zľakla.
I just got scared.
You got scared. Okay. I've got no further questions.
21 minút o 1 hodine ráno a vysím sa. I do sometimes feel a little bit ashamed of my country.
We're going to bail you to come back here on the 17th of December whilst we have a look at some CCTV.
Especially if we are talking about serious crime. But I just tend to laugh it off a little bit. Not all of us are like this. There's always going to be an element of people doing crimes, whether you are from Eastern Europe or whether you are from England.
And Peter, that's yours as well, OK?
I work with people who are mainly unemployed or mainly on benefits.
So all I need, Martina, now is a signature and then you're free to go.
Job centres do try to make them work, but you know, I suppose it's the fault of some of my nationality, people from my country, that they don't tend to, because they know how to use the system, and that's what make some English people angry, I guess.
Just take some ID.
Hello, you through to police emergency?
Hello, I need the police. I left my dog outside. And the woman, she just touched my dog, and I told her, please don't touch, because she's scared, yeah, and she started screaming for me. I'm from Poland, and she told me I should fuck off to my country, so could you help me, please?
Of course, where are you?
We're getting a lot of different cultures now. Loads of different nationalities living within Warrington. Polish, we have a lot of Romanians, Iraqis, people from Iran. So you're going to get that conflict.
Last year, across the UK, nearly 43,000 racially motivated hate crimes were reported to the emergency services.
Ambulance, what's the emergency?
I've been come to my mom, and she been attacked, and now she has many damage on her face and everywhere.
You call assault. Longford. 45-year-old female.
Could be a domestic, isn't it?
Could be domestic.
Hello. You say your mum doesn't speak English?
No.
A little bit?
She don't.
So what happened then?
Just yesterday she been go to cooperative shop, pay the house.
The housing, the rent?
Yes. And she been have in the phone money.
So she had money in there?
Bank card, yes, everything. Yes.
And has someone assaulted you?
She don't know. With what been pushed. Just she been had been pushed.
She was pushed by somebody?
Yes.
From behind?
That's why she been walking, and she been go, and after someone been.
Oh, they punched you as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
And after she don't remember what been happened. Just after time she been wake up and been walking home.
So she was knocked out?
Yes, and after she...
So she was unconscious? Yes. And you've not reported this to the police?
No, because she don't speak English at all, and she don't know for who she need to call.
Yeah, okay. So she was knocked out yesterday. She's still feeling dizzy, is she?
Yes.
Has she been sick at all?
Yes. 2 times.
Twice today? Yeah, she needs to come down to the hospital then, just to get checked over.
Does she want the police informing? Because it's quite a serious...
Yeah. Okie doke.
Yeah.
We'll get onto them and get them to come to the hospital.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You all right, hon? You okay?
Я не знаю, как в районе, но у нас это было первый раз избиение. А до этого были случаи так, что нас, маму, обкидывали.
Have you got on the bed there, okay? All right, pop yourself on that back seat there for us.
Колеса прокалывали. Потом До этого случая у нас сняли забор в Гардене.
Pop your feet up. That's it.
Can she take her sleeve out?
You do see it now and again on jobs, you know, certain things are said to people. You might hear racist comments being said. You could see how intimidated they both were, obviously from things that had happened in the past.
If you look at my nose.
Every time I hear it, my heart does sink. It shouldn't be tolerated. They just felt lost, basically, and they wanted our help. It's just pure bullying. Somebody's slightly different, so they get picked on.
How long have you lived in England?
5 years.
5 years.
Just before we've been living in London for 1 year with my mom. She been come first to UK, and after 4 months I've been go to she because she been alone, and she been miss too much she children.
Довольно трудно, но и много зависит от мужчины тоже. Если мужчина бы помогал бы, то есть работал, как вот мой муж, это второй муж, второй был брак, было бы иначе, тем более человек имеет высшее образование, он просто работать, помогать не хотел.
Might be maybe time to speak to the council to move somewhere else.
Вот соседи у нас есть, я не могу с ними общаться, потому что не знаю английский язык. У меня есть знакомые поляки, а друзей у меня здесь нет. В Вашингтоне у меня друзей совсем нет. Я такой дружелюбный человек. Я хочу быть не друзьями, хотя бы знакомыми, ну, чтобы все со всеми.
Когда я приехала, еще жила в Латвии, я думала, что Англия — это звезды, это Дженнифер Лопес и Эйкон, и это звезды. Это что-то такое невероятное, до чего ты не можешь, дотянуться. И когда я приехала сюда, я так сама, например, просыпалась, я думала, что это все мои мечты и сон, в котором я еще сплю, и могу проснуться, и этого не будет ничего.
Got a wheelchair here for you.
Что?
Okay.
I think England can be a lonely place if you don't speak English. If we still had the communities like we used to be, I think a lot of the racial tension and all of that, we wouldn't have it. I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. I mean, literally, the only neighbour we speak to on a regular basis is the next door neighbour. There's neighbours that are 3-4 down that I couldn't tell you how many people live in the house. It's quite sad, really.
I'll let the hospital staff know that you want the police to come here, which would be better for you, really, I think, than having them to the house, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. No problem. Take care. I hope you get to move. All right. Take care, sweetheart.
Я не ожидала здесь, именно вообще в районе, что мне нравится жить, потому что моим детям нравится, потому что они нашли здесь друзей своих. Но звезду-то она не достала. Звездой-то она не стала.
Good evening, Cheshire Police. How may I help you?
Oh yeah, once can I've got a gentleman outside that's saying he's Kurdish and he wants the police here, but I don't know what for. But he looks very suspect to me.
Could be an illegal immigrant.
I think it might be. I wonder if he's come out of a truck off motorway.
Yeah.
It's 7 p.m. Monday evening, and PC Niaz Waddington is dispatched to pick up the county's latest new arrival.
It's just difficult for people now to get into the country by the legitimate means.
Do you speak any English?
And the back doorway of getting in is the option for, some people.
Passport? Any card?
No.
All right. What I'm going to do is arrest you, as I believe you are an illegal immigrant, okay? Do you understand that? Obviously, you may not. I need you to put your hands out for me.
My father came over to the country in the 60s.
Right, come this way.
Back then, the country was welcoming people in. They needed people coming into the country to work.
Take a seat.
You do feel for them. How they've left the countries due to war. And they just want a better quality of life. They're not coming for the weather, are they?
Young-looking male.
I would hate to swap places. Don't think I could survive like they do. And they've got that will, that perseverance to get over into this country, even if it means losing their lives in the process. You know, people have lost them trying to get over here.
Google Translate Kurdish. Hello, what is your name? No, not Chinese then.
Everybody sees the United Kingdom paved with gold. You come over here, you'll get a house, you get a job, and everything's rosy.
Let's try another one.
But it's not. I think it's come to a point now, it's all about control. It's a small island and you've just got that many people coming in, and it's basically on the verge of it's just going to explode at some point.
Hello, police emergency.
I'm working outside the police station. There's a guy, he's hitting me, I'm the taxi driver. He say, you fucking Muslims and I hate Muslims, they start kicking me.
Are you able to get inside your taxi and lock the door?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Police emergency.
I need a police, please. Terrorist! The gentleman in the car, he's not paying the taxi, he's calling me a terrorist.
You are a terrorist. What's he calling you? A terrorist?
You are a terrorist. Yeah, can you not hear him?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Terrorist.
The number of incidents of racial tension dealt with by Cheshire Police on a typical weekend has nearly doubled in the last 5 years.
Friday, Saturday night in Warrington. It's mainly all petty stuff. It'll be name calling, but it's a hate crime. It has to be treated seriously and it's zero tolerance.
No taxis. Taxis are fucking idiots.
Come here. Right. Do you think you're big and clever? Making racist remarks?
No, I'm not, but...
Do you?
Can I go home now?
No. Because I think actually I'm going to arrest you.
I don't feel like a right.
You don't feel like a right. Well, you should have thought of that before you opened your trap then, shouldn't you?
You do need to send a clear message out to people who think it is fun to call people names. Those are the people, I've got no time of day for, and hopefully the law, throws the book at them.
Are you all right, mate?
Can you search him for me?
All right.
Search him?
Right, have you got anything on you, mate, which will harm you or us?
Whatever, mate.
All right.
I'm a bit fucking pissed
All right,
off.
go on.
Because of the people that are fucking...
You're going to get tucked to the floor in a minute, aren't you?
Why am I under arrest? Why?
Public order.
I've got it, mate.
Go, geese. Go for what you want. You are...
I'll put this in the
You're
house.
wasting your time on innocent fucking English people.
It's got nothing to do with what race you are, mate.
You fucking... I swear, I've come up to spend more time with my dad.
I've had it on occasion when you've dealt with somebody where they've made reference to your colour of your skin and name called, but unfortunately we need to be thicker skinned, because if we respond every time to somebody calling your names and that, we're no better than the person in front of us.
But he's happy.
I'm happy you've been searched. You have been searched, mate.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Get in the goddamn van now.
It's estimated that more than 60% of racial abuse goes unreported. And prejudice comes in a wide variety of forms.
Where are they?
I asked them to get in the car. So on the meter it was 450.
No, 450.
Coming down on me.
Because he knows I'm Kurdish and I don't like any people like that. And it's not nice, you know what I mean? You charge people more.
Where's he picked you up from, Leah?
Picked them up from outside Top Taste.
Top Taste at Orford Lane?
Three of them. It was 450 on the meter.
Okay.
He goes, why is it not 250? I said, listen, there's a hackney after 11 o'clock. Why are you wasting my time?
£4.50 from Orford Lane.
I angry, I said, because I go black hair and I'm Muslim, I'm Kurdish, and I don't know where he's come from, and he charged me more, I don't accept that, you know what I mean?
It's got nothing to do with race.
What, no, religion, I don't mind, but I'm Kurdish.
That's irrelevant,
Okay,
isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, end of the day, the meter will initially start off around £2.50, but it will gradually increase, won't it?
I know,
Depending on the
it
journey
increased,
time.
but he started, when I got in there, he started 3:30.
Well, that might be it, because it's after 11 o'clock, that might
And
be...
then I asked another driver, he said 250 actual, right? So I don't know what's up. Thank you.
Confused.com.
I am mixed race. My mother, she's got a mixture of everything. She's Spanish. My father was Indian. I know where I come from, and that'll always be with me.
Is everything all right with her?
She's smashed on the floor.
Right, is she...
My father was strict.
Turn on a side.
Come 5 o'clock, we had to go to mosque until 7 o'clock. Monday to Friday and on a Saturday. I couldn't speak Urdu, but I read the Quran in Urdu. I have got a link with people within the Muslim community due to obviously either going to the same school as them or when I was a child going to mosque.
I remember that. Okay.
Why did you end up joining the police?
I wanted to give something back to the community.
Be safe, ladies.
It's difficult to recruit minorities to the police service because there's still some stigma, I'd say, attached to it.
Cheshire Police. Hiya, this is Burntwood Services, the forecourt. We got a illegal immigrant.
So he's just sat on the forecourt of the petrol station, is he?
He's just sat outside. That's what police.
Called to deal with Cheshire's next would-be resident are new recruit PC Scott and PC Rachel Parr.
Obviously Warrington is right on a motorway network because we've got the M62, the M6, so I can only assume it's for that reason because I can't imagine anybody from another country thinking, I know, I'll go to Warrington. It's not exactly a place you'd want to come and visit, is it? But it's just a drop-off point.
Yeah,
it's just by that cash point, I think. Hello.
Hello, you okay? You speak English? No, no English whatsoever.
Any ID? Do you have anything on you? Anything in your pockets? You find yourself talking a lot slower. I'm from Iran.
Kurdish?
You're trying to engage with them thinking, if I talk slower and louder, maybe they'll understand, which we know that is not going to happen. But you find yourself doing it. It's kind of like human nature, isn't it?
Speak Kurdish around me? Yeah. Okay.
You're not doing it every single day. But I think of late, it has got worse. It certainly wasn't as regular as it is now.
To language line.
Welcome to Language Line Solution.
Please hold for an operator.
Now we get some music. You get immigrants coming over for asylum reasons, and they'll say stuff to you like, if you send me back to my country, they will kill me. They will hurt my family. And, you know, we've only got their word for it. They could be lying. But if they're not, it's very, very sad that they've had to escape that country. They've had to leave their family and come to a foreign country where they know absolutely no one. And they've got to start making a life for themselves. And it's just sheer desperation. So I certainly wouldn't want to be in that position.
Hello? Can you put me through to an interpreter, please?
Do you know if the customer speaks any other language?
No, I don't. It's Kurdish Sorani, I believe he speaks.
Kurdish Sorani.
Do you speak any other language? Just Kurdish, you're saying? I believe just Kurdish.
We'll take him up to custody as he is.
No problem. Okay.
They're in a foreign country, they don't know where to go, what to do.
You're under arrest at the minute. I'm going to take you to custody.
Search.
Search first, and then we'll take you to custody.
And the thing is, they want to be arrested, they want to be taken to a place of safety. They're hiding in trucks. They're literally in there for days on end, waiting to get to a safe place. They're turning up to us and they're dehydrated, so they need that food, they need that water, and they know they're going to get it if they hand themselves into the police.
Any details at all?
Yeah, refugee certificate and some kind of ID card, but that's it's very, very young, yeah.
We're lucky that we've been brought up in a society where we've had everything basically handed to us on a plate. You've never gone a day without food or water, clothes on your back, eating, a roof over your head. And we take things for granted. And it's when you see somebody like that coming in who hasn't had that, you know, and you tend to take a step back and think, you know what, I'm in a really good place here.
Everywhere has poverty, of course. But do you walk around the streets of Warrington and look at people, kids in the roadway looking for food? No, you don't. That's never going to happen. It just wouldn't happen. It couldn't happen. I think people know that. They know if they come here, they're going to be looked after. The lights. I understand why immigrants would want to set up life for them and their families here. There's a lot of opportunity. So you can create a better life for yourself and your family in the future.
It's going to be an ongoing thing. Tragedies happen across the world and people need to escape those and they're drawn into Europe. We should feel privileged in our lives that we've got people that want to come to our country to feel safer. I'd rather be safe in our country than in their shoes.
I feel very privileged to live here. I feel very proud to be. I was going to say English, we should say British, shouldn't we? I'm very proud to be British. When you compare it to other countries, we've won the lottery of life, haven't we?
No one was ever charged with the assault on Nikolai. He and Petruta are still working in the car wash. In 4 years' time, they hope they will have earned enough to return to Romania and build their dream life.
Thank you. Take care. Take it easy. See ya.
Thank you.
Can you talk me through what you're doing there? What looks like a soaring motion?
No charges were ever brought against Peter and Martina, and their current whereabouts are unknown.
And you've not reported this to the police?
Because she don't speak English at all.
Marika made a full recovery, but the people who assaulted her were never caught. Following the Brexit vote, she and her daughter now feel their future here is uncertain.